So would you turn to the person to your left and then to your right and introduce yourself and tell them where you're from? We would also like to thank Dr. Hati, Dr. Omar, Dr. Halima, Dr. Sulmi, as well as Dr. Fion, Dr. Reynolds, Dr. Vakova, Dr. Borai, Dr. Kuhn, Dr. Jabri for being here today. This is the surgery. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Mohammed, can you hear me okay back there? Aaron, can you hear me okay, Aaron? Thank you, sir. Thank you, boss. Hello. Did you find anything else out about the raffle? Yes. I would ask Mohammed about the raffle. I have no idea. Maybe he's not going to do it today. We'll see. Mohammed. Okay, let's not. Let's skip it. Yes, 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 yes. Spend another 5 minutes.
Hello.
Keep this until 5 minutes.
Testing, testing, testing.
Thank you. We might have to, because those weren't working when I was up there. They were, but then they weren't.
Oh, maybe Mohammed can fix it.
So we'll do it off.
Hello, everyone. Okay, that means nobody can hear me. Okay, I hope you're having a good morning so far. Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted the room to be quiet. That's it. Now you can carry on. What?
The raffle.
Yes. So we have a little surprise. I think you all had a small token with you with a number. Can you put your hands up? Yeah, we're going to do the teacher's way, I know. Can you put your hands up if you all have a number? You all take a number from the library. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay. From the library? No? Okay. What a shame. You're missing a gift, a big gift. Okay, so we're just going to call a random number, and then we're going to hand out some gift bags. I don't want to call the number because I'm going to call my friends. Maybe Clint can do that. Do you want to go for a number?
Go ahead.
Really?
It's all you.
Okay. Let me go for 117. 117? 117. 117. That wasn't a random number, by the way. That's my birthday. The 11th of July.
You got from the library. Everyone got a little number, right?
I can see not many people did. No?
Are you numberless? No number? Come up. You just won a prize. Come on up. Okay, call some other numbers. Yeah, everyone is numberless. No, they have numbers. Well,
Okay, let's go for 492. 492? No. Let's go for a small number. 12. Anybody has 12? It's not clear? No? It's not clear. The voice.
Oh, Fatima, these are on now. These are on now.
This is working?
Yeah.
Oh, it's working now. Is it better? Much better, yeah. Thank you. Okay, it's a shame that not many people got numbers.
40. 40. They don't have numbers.
No numbers.
Okay, 50. 51.
51.
It's one of that. 38. 38.
129. 138. 138. Seven.
Seven's a great number.
700. Yeah, we do have 700 numbers because we have 700 people registered. MashaAllah. 323. 323. 323. 179. Wow.
It's an extra one. Okay, if you want to.
46. 64. Yeah, 700 numbers, that's why.
92. Who said 337?
No.
Come get your bag. Move now. What?
Hello. We still have 7 more gifts. 200, 212. Maybe I should call out this then. 1, 2, yeah, I want to bore you a bit. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, yay! 8, 9, 8. Yeah, we have 8 as well. 19, 490. 493, 8, 500, 520, 607.
I can't read.
Oh, you're testing my sight. 610. 677. 677. How many do you have?
3 more.
Okay, 3 more.
Who really wants a bag? Are there 3 people?
Just come on, do this.
Come. 1 more. Yes, yes.
We
You.
have a 0.
Come up. Okay, welcome.
Oh, coming all the way from Iran.
Welcome. Yes,
2
you.
more. 2 more.
Okay, we're done.
We're done? Okay, Clint helps me. Thank you. Okay, shall we start with Okay, hello again. Can we all just come into the room, please? Have a seat. There's no better way of starting this than some words from the Quran. So you're going to listen to the Quran by the Imam Shuaib.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لو أنزلنا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله وتلك الأمثال نضربها للناس لعلهم يتفكرون. هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم. هو الله لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن المؤمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر سبحان الله عما يشركون. هو الله خالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم. صدق الله العظيم.
Thank you very much, Sheikh. The green one. All right. Is this one good? Can everyone hear me? Is everyone all right? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ya Jama'ah. Welcome to the 9th International English Language Teaching Conference by Qatar University's Deanship of General Studies Foundation Program. Welcome, everyone. We would like to welcome all of you. We know some of you have come from near and some from very far away. Some people have flown in from Europe or Africa. I don't know if anybody has flown in from Australia or the Americas, but we want to welcome all of you. Somebody flew in from, where did you come from? Wow. Well, so we do have somebody from North America. Fantastic. So wherever you came from, we would like you to greet the person next to you, to your left and your right, introduce yourselves, and tell them where you came from today. I'll give you a minute. Thank you very much. Yes, come on, come on. Thank you very much. So I've just been asked by the photographer if you guys would do us a favor in the back. I know sometimes I'm a backseat guy sitter myself, and sometimes I like to sit back there, and we understand. But if you could come from the back and fill these rows up here in the middle, that would be lovely. If you want to, you certainly don't have to. This is going to help the photographer quite a bit. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat po. Kaibigan. Okay, while you're doing that, I'll give you a second here. Thank you so much. Yep, a few more people. Filling in the first maybe 5 or 6 rows. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Plenty of room. That's right. All right, thank you very much. We would like to welcome and thank Dr. Pabi, Dr. Awa, Dr. Havba, Dr. Surmi, as well as Dr. Effion, Dr. Reynolds, Dr. Klakova, Dr. Borai, Dr. Kuhn, and Dr. Jabri for being here today. Now, this is not on the schedule, but hey, I've got the mic. Thank you, Dr. Saba, for your vote of confidence. I would be remiss today if we didn't recognize and thank Dr. Mohammed Manasra and his incredible conference committee team. Let's give him a big hand. Thank you, Dr. Manasra. All right. Abir, thank you so much.
Gonna try and use this one. Oh, it's better. You see, I cheated you. You got the bad one. Can you hear me well? Yeah? Okay, perfect. So welcome everyone again to our 9th conference. Yeah, I decided to copy Clint. I'm not original at all. He spoke in my first language. I'm going to speak in his. It's English. So yeah, I'll read the rest, which I got from ChatGPT. Oops. No, I made sure that I edited that. Yeah, and they say, as Franklin Johns once said, originality is the art of concealing your source. So yes, I deleted that line at the end that says, would you like me to edit this?
And I made sure there were no hyphens.
This is why we're here today, actually, to discuss this, right? But I don't need inspiration from ChatGPT. I've got my colleagues. They're all inspiring. My name is Abir Mohammed. I'm part of this amazing team, FPDE. Yes, I have to throw some jargon there to act smart. Does anybody know what FPDE stands for? It's Foundation Program, Department of English. So before I pass the mic on, I know with teachers, we love to talk. We love to talk. So yeah, I'd like again to copy Clint and ask you a question. What brought you here today? So maybe you don't need to tell me. You don't need to tell me. I know most of you are here today because they're pushed to have an evidence for their end of year evaluation, maybe. You have different reasons to network, to make friends, or to share some ideas.
They can't hear us, so let's try that one.
First, much better.
Thank you, Dr. Hala.
Can I give a that?
Yes.
Oh, it's not the live one.
There we
Okay.
go. just kind of
Okay.
point it in both directions.
There's an echo. Is there any echo? There's still echo. If I have them both, right? Test. Better? Okay. So yeah, genuinely. Oh, thank you.
Just muted the other one.
This is why I have Clint here. He's always helpful. Thank you. I know, honestly, that we're all here today for different reasons, but the main one is to try and understand our biggest rival, AI. So I'm going to introduce someone who I personally admire and is our always go-to person at the deanship. Please allow me to introduce Dr. Saba Mansour Qadi. Dr. Saba Mansour Qadi is the Dean of the Deanship of General Studies at Qatar University, where she oversees the core curriculum program, the foundation program, the honors program, and the Qatar University Testing Center. Say mashallah.
They want to see is this one.
Oh my gosh, I'm playing. Test again. It's a bit low. Actually, yeah? Can you hear me? Yeah? Dr. Saba, Dr. Qadi, has over 23 years of experience in the field of education and serves as an assistant professor of educational sciences at Qatar University. She earned her PhD in education from the University of Reading in the UK in 2018 and her master's degree in educational leadership from Qatar University in 2009. She has held several academic and administrative leadership roles, including director and associate director of the core curriculum program, as well as coordinator of the primary and secondary education programs. Her research focuses on teacher education, professional development, experiential learning, and the integration of artificial intelligence, AI, in higher education. She has supervised numerous master's theses in the College of Education and has published book chapters and peer-reviewed journal articles in these areas. Dr. Qadi has secured competitive research funding, including an EPRP grant and an internal Qatar University collaboration grant. She has served on multiple committees and task forces at the program, college, and the university levels, contributing to curriculum enhancement, quality assurance, academic policy development, and strategic initiatives. With her academic, administrative, and research contributions, listed. Give me a minute and ask ChatGPT. Okay, I'll say it again. Quality assurance, academic policy development, and strategic initiatives with more academic, administrative, and research contributions, including advancing AI-enhanced teaching and learning. Dr. Qadi continues to support educational innovation and institutional development at Qatar University and within the broader educational community. So, everyone, please welcome Dr. Qadi. MashaAllah. Reading her bio, I'm thinking there's only one word describes Dr. Qadi. As Qataris say, she's coffee. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the 9th National Conference on English Language Teaching. I'm speaking to you now, today not only as a Dean of General Study, but as an English teacher who served 23 years teaching and learning English myself. When I joined College of Education, I didn't know how to speak English at all. It was a challenge. My family put me in that corner because they want me to quit the university, and this is my biggest secret. I decided to work really hard and to learn English because I'm supposed to be a teacher who teach students. You can't give something that you don't have, and this is very important. Overall, I'm so honored to be speaking in front of you, in front of experts, international experts, in front of my professional colleagues who teach English in a different way. You know why it is in a different way? Because they are always looking in different strategies in updating their way of teaching, their way of thinking about teaching. And today is an evidence, AI. Who thought about AI the time when I was teaching? AI is so important now in teaching English, in teaching different fields. And it makes us think and think very critically. Is it going to replace us as language teachers? Do this generation or the coming generation would need to learn different languages with the AI devices, having them in their hands? We already have in our phone, we can talk or translate, we can communicate, but the teacher can make a difference. English language teachers is so important, and learning also other languages because it's an open eye. I know from deep heart that English language teachers, they are different because they think differently. They are very open to another culture. They have all the resources to make them difference. And that is why we are lucky as an English language teachers. I do want to talk a lot, but I want you to enjoy the sessions that are prepared for you. I want you to enjoy this professional ELT community day. Take as much as you can, and let us think about our position as English language teachers, where we are in AI era. We want to position ourselves where we are. It is a challenge, but I don't think it's also a challenge. It's a tool that we can use it to enhance English language learning for us and for our students. But we have to be also serious about this AI tools, how we can apply it and use it, not thinking about ignore it. No, we have really to think about it. We have to modify it according to our needs and apply it. Don't be afraid of the AI. It's just a tool, but it will never replace a teacher, at least. Thank you so much. Thank you, guests. And before I end, I'd like to thank the organization committee who bring us together. Thank you so much. You are working so hard to bring those experts from international, local, from Oman, from different countries together, bringing the community of practice where we talk professionally and learn from each other. It is not an easy job, I know. Thank you, organization committee. Thank you, foundation program. I'd like to thank also Dr. Hizam, Dr. Hala, and everyone. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sabah. Thank you, Dr. Sabah. I would like to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Okon Effiong. He teaches English in the foundation program here at Qatar University. He is the president-elect of TESOL International Association and the founder of Africa English Language Teachers Association. Okon has several peer-reviewed publications and co-edited a few book volumes. He has also given numerous presentations at internationally recognized ELT conferences. Okon is the recipient of the 2024 British Council ELTONS Award for Outstanding Achievement. MashaAllah, ya Okon. and oversaw Qatar University's ELT conferences from 2016 to 2023. Let's give a warm welcome to Dr. Ocon.
Yes, it's nice to be back here again. That used to be my gig, MC. And before I say anything, I'll come here and say, welcome everyone, it is show time. But it's a bit different now because standing here as a plenary speaker is serious business, not a show. So I'll try my best. My time has been cut by half, so what I did was to cut my title by half. Yes. So if you look at the schedule, it read Rethinking Professional Development, Transformations, and Disruptions. I have less than 15 minutes. I'll try to be quick. So to begin, simple question. I don't want an answer. 22 years ago, at my father's funeral in Nigeria, we have what we call vigil night, the wakekeeping, the night before the actual burial, where the entire community will come to the family compound to eat and drink and dance and live merry. I went from England with a laptop, played Harry Potter movies and music. My villagers were like, it was the first time they'd seen a computer. So they kept asking me, okay, what is that thing that is singing and showing pictures all night without a break? I said, it's a computer. And they said, what is a computer? I said, nothing. I didn't know how to define computer to my villagers. So that was the same question all night. What is that thing that is doing? It's a computer. What is a computer? That thing. So if my villagers ask me, what is professional development? I'll just say, well, developing professionally. It's a lifelong process. It could be your professional life. It could be your biological life. In my case, it's going to be my biological life because I've decided I'm going to work until I drop dead. So this is about learning new skills, broadening your knowledge base, acquiring some competencies, all together will help you to go up in your career, to rise through your professional life. So it's a long life process. For example, if you walk through that door with your degree, you all have bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees, that is only a gate pass. It allows you into the profession. It's like a cinema ticket or boarding pass you used to get on an aircraft. But what you do from the time you walk through that door until you exit, it's what we call professional development. If you walk through with one-page CV, you leave with one-page CV, you haven't developed at all. So this is something that is driven by your personal goals. Your professional goals are driven by your personal goals. There are some models, traditional models. The deficit model, which is you bring in an expert to train people on a specific skill. This week we had Dr. Hala Fauzi. Dr. Fauzi here? Hey, Aluta continua, still with us. So, and then in the past, the foundation program used to send teachers to secondary schools in Qatar in collaboration with the Ministry of Education. We used to go there to give workshops on certain aspects of teaching. That is a deficit model. The next one is the cascading model. An institution will send 5 individuals for a training, they will come back and then train the remaining staff. Cascading. The risk here is the risk of dilution. They come back with the full knowledge, the next cascade, lost in translation, some facts are lost. The next, maybe forgetfulness, lack of commitment. So at each cascade, facts are being lost. Quite unlike gossiping. You know how people gossip? Yes or no? You don't know how people gossip? I'm not going to tell you. It's like scaffolding. A will say B. B will add salt. C will add ginger and pepper. By the time it gets to B, the gossip is so sweet and delicious. You can eat white rice with the aroma. So the next one is a standard-based model. This is very rigid, which is, for example, Delta, Salta, there's a exam here to complete some units. And then the mainframe model, early career professionals paired with late career seasoned professional. And this is personal and relationship based. Sitting in this audience are past president 4, Dina, Christy, and Dudley. Over the past 10 years, they've all been my mentors, consciously or unconsciously. And now I may be looking down on them or looking down at them, but I'll still continue to look up to them for guidance through my presidency. And the last one is the conference model. That's why we're here, conference. But the risk here is knowledge is broad, there's a networking opportunity. But then I think about my village people. Assuming a teacher comes from my village to this event, my village school that has no computer, no internet, comes here, learns all the fancy things we're going to talk about today. When he goes back to his context, he cannot implement them. That's what I mean by being on an island of innovation, but no bridge to your daily context. We are very blessed to be here today because we're teaching in contexts where we have sales and bells. But think about some regions in the world where there is no internet, there is no computer, and we're talking AI. Where do you expect them to be? So moving on, we have what are called the job embedded models, more model, like action research, demo lessons, and professional learning networks, like communities of practice, for example, TESOL International. So I'll take a break to talk about this. Belonging to a community of practice gives you the opportunity to learn and actually implement your learning in the class. It gives you a time to reflect and review your teaching because you'll be interacting on a continuous basis with your colleagues. Unfortunately, TESOL only has 8 eligible members in the state of Qatar. One is not the problem, but 8 eligible members. And the whole of the Gulf region, the 6 countries in the Gulf, TESOL has 61 eligible members. The question is why? A teacher in my village in Nigeria earns 500 riyals a month. We can understand why maybe we cannot afford the annual subscription, which is less than 300 riyals. But here in Qatar, we can afford that, 300 riyals a month. So please join us. And to my FP family, please continue to put the win in my cell so that I can serve through the presidency. Join us, please. Okay, so my message today is micro-credentialing. What is it? Here, you have to learn a particular skill, and then you practice, and then you provide proof for your learning, and you are given a digital badge or a certificate. And then that's it, micro-credentialing. The advantages are it's very focused, individual, learner-driven, and you spend a lot of time. You know, there's you spend a lot of time on a very small thing, and then you can do it at your own time. You can choose when you want to do it, and maybe weekends or holidays. And then another thing is evidence. You have the proof that this is something I've learned. You have the proof, and then your employees will be able to know that in this department or program, we have individuals who have these micro-credentials that can fill certain skills gap. And the badge that you receive it contains metadata. It shows the institution that awarded the qualification or the certification. It shows the competencies that you acquired, and it shows the date it was issued, which you can present to your employers, and also maybe share on social media with your friends. It is also scalable. you can acquire as many micro-credentials as possible. You stack them up. So with this cluster of micro-credentials, you're able to develop yourself professionally. Your employers will recognize you. And for the employers, they know where the skills gaps are and the staff that can fill those gaps. For example, if you want to start a new program, say an institution wants to start a new program, or a new lecture, a new course, and you need someone with a micro-credential in curriculum design, another one with micro-credential on material writing, another one with micro-credential on assessment, another one with micro-credential on maybe socially responsive pedagogy or digital literacy, anything. You bring all these people together, then you're definitely going to have a good outcome, rather than just selecting individuals at random. So my message is for you to think of one micro-credential you can get. Because if you do this, your future self will thank you. I know my time is very short, very, very short. And I want to see if you've been listening to what I'm saying. It's end of the month, salaries are in, people are thinking about money. So, what do I say is a computer? That thing, thank you. Whoever said that teachers are the worst learners told a lie. You're good learners. And before I go, I'd like to acknowledge the institutional support that I've received over the years. Because without this support, I wouldn't be standing here today. To my dean, Dr. Sabar, thank you very much. My director, Dr. Hezan, thank you very much. And my head of department, Dr. Mansour, thank you very much. And to the family, the FPBA family, thank you. Thank you, because all those years I was going to America for TESOL convention, TESOL board meeting, you covered my classes. So this is not about me, it's us. It's us standing here today. Thank you very much. So, you know, Ronaldo knows how they sound. You know that song? Ronaldo knows how they sound. Beautiful. Okay, so you give me the chorus. I'll do the lyrics, okay? Everybody had a conference. At their conference, there were speakers. Here I hear, here I go, here I go, everywhere here I. FPD, he had a conference. I told you Plenary is a serious business. So, thank you.
Start the show. All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Okon. We would like to introduce now Dr. Dudley Reynolds. Dudley is the Senior Associate Dean, Education and Teaching Professor of English at Carnegie Mellon University here in Qatar. His research addresses language education policy, development patterns in additional language learning, curricular and pedagogical approaches to literacy development, teacher education, and learning. Recent publications include Multilingual TESOL, Deconstructing and Reconstructing Power in, of, and for Language Classrooms, Handbook of Multilingual TESOL in Practice and Policy Development in TESOL and Multilingualism, Past, Present, and the Way Forward. He served as president of TESOL International Association in 2016 to 2017 and was the 2023 recipient of the James E. Alatas Award for service to TESOL. Let's give him a warm welcome to Dr. Dudley Reynolds.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and it's an honor to be back here at Qatar University. I can't quite remember, I was last on the stage, but I think it was possibly when I was president of TESOL, and I guess the first person from Qatar to serve in that role, and now you have a second. And so it's an honor. I also want to thank very much Qatar University. I've been in Qatar since 2007, and the entire time I've been here, Qatar University has been the primary supporter of English language teachers in this country and their professional development. And I think that Qatar University deserves very special recognition for that. There. So my talk today has a sort of ambitious title about the value proposition of ELT. But if you look at the opening slide, I decided to start with what I think of as the elephant in the room. And I'm not talking about anyone in particular, but rather I'm talking about something which is the reason we're having all of these conferences about AI. Dr. Silla, you set me up perfectly. And by mentioning it, which is, as teachers of English and as teachers of many subjects, we're actually pretty afraid of AI. And this is what we're afraid of, right? We're afraid of an empty classroom. We are afraid that, first of all, AI is going to replace teachers, right? They keep talking about it as a tool for personalized learning, individualized learning, right? Let the students go, just work with the AI. We are afraid that AI, in a sense, kind of gets rid of the need even to learn English, because all you got to do is put it in whatever language you're comfortable with, and AI is going to generate it. That's why they call it generative AI. And even broader, at a more micro level, many of the jobs for which individuals around the world have been learning English, there's a fear that maybe even those jobs aren't needed anymore, right? I teach at Carnegie Mellon, and Carnegie Mellon is one of the top 25 universities in the world, according to Times Higher Education. We are working on, in particular, our computer science program. We've just brought a Bachelor of Science in Artificial Intelligence here to Qatar that we're getting ready to begin offering. But again, if you look at the field of computer science, worldwide, every university that teaches computer science in the world right now is seeing a decline in people applying to study computer science. Why? Because AI can write code, and people are getting nervous. Maybe there's not a job for me. So I think it's important to start with this elephant in the room. I also acknowledge that was it last week or the week before, TESOL International Association members were notified that the association has ratified or put out a new position statement on artificial intelligence. I'm going to read from a section of it. It says, TESOL International Association calls for the responsible and ethical integration of generative artificial intelligence, AI, in English language teaching and learning, and stands opposed, here's where we begin talking about the elephant in the room, and stands opposed to efforts that devalue, diminish, or displace the role of the English language teaching profession. Right? Let's say this is what's on our mind. We are worried that we will be devalued and deplaced, right? What I want to argue is that probably this fear is much worse than the reality. Yeah? And I think, Dr. Salah, you were mentioning this exact same thing, right? We have to acknowledge that we're afraid. We have to acknowledge that the fear is leading to marginalization, reduction of support for professionalism. Well, the machine can do it. We don't need to invest in teacher training. It's causing those of us in the profession to sort of question ourselves. Somewhere deep down, there's a voice that says, okay, what is my contribution? What do I offer? And what I worry about most is that we're sort of, in the face of all this, accepting a hypothesis that we can be replaced by a machine, right? We're not challenging that notion that what AI does, in a sense, is very, very similar to what we do. And I think we should. Because what we want is classrooms like this. We want classrooms where we feel valued, where teaching is valued, and where people deal with people. Simple one-line solution is that I think we need to actively think about what business professionals refer to as a value proposition. This is a term I've heard for many years, but I went and said, okay, I need a scholarly definition for what value proposition is. And so I looked and actually came across a recent review of literature on the topic. And this was the definition that, based on a review of literature, they offer. A customer value proposition is a strategic tool, number one. It's a tool. Facilitating communication, right? So it's a communication tool. It's a marketing tool of an organization's ability. We're the organization. ELT is going to be the organization. Ability to share resources and offer a superior value package to targeted customers. So they're actually, you got to think, okay, how do we package what we do? What's our one-liner? What is it that we offer? But the most important thing is thinking about how we offer exactly what the customer needs. Sometimes that means helping the customer realize what they need. Okay? And think about it. So, historically, this is what I think ELT, this is just sort of hitting some high points. We have talked about how students need to be good at scholarly communication. And scholarly communication happens in English, so let's teach academic English. We have encouraged students that what we offered was a gateway into a global economy. To go further back, and I intentionally put this in quotes, we said, you know, if you get the right teacher, then you get to sound like a native speaker. Now, mind you, we don't really know what a native speaker is and why that might be important, but we've convinced students at times that they needed that. And we've offered them professional success. We started by saying, you know, what the classroom offers you is, will make you very good at grammar, right? After a while, that wasn't marketing very well. And so we switched and we began talking about we-enabled communication. We then sort of saw a little bit of a pendulum swing backwards in the field, and we began talking about a more nuanced notion of language that involved accuracy, fluency, and complexity, right? That it is language in multiple aspects. And we began talking about preparing people for specific purposes and contexts. And these are arguments that have worked well for a long time. Then, a couple of years ago, in a large-scale way, began to be introduced to AI. And we found that AI could fairly well translate. It can summarize documents very, very quickly. It can listen to our Zoom calls and produce much better notes than we do. It can analyze data in the form of patterns much faster than we can. How many of you wrote a dissertation in which you had to do thematic analysis of qualitative data? Many of us. I now use AI to do that in less than a minute, right? Looking at hundreds of transcripts. I tell it, please, here's some ideas for my syllabus. Can you generate a syllabus? And it produces a syllabus. My students upload their papers and say, can you revise it? Everything that we think of that we were teaching students to be able to do, often the AI does it, right? And all of a sudden, and even more so, in the previous slide, there wasn't a one-to-one match between what students thought they needed and what the organization was providing. Now there seems to be a one-to-one match, and it's a convincing argument. Right? It is looks like a very practical utilitarian tool. And that's behind the fear. So this past week, I was at the WISE conference. Any of you had a chance to go to the WISE conference? Really interesting, and I highly recommend it. And I went to a session by Dr. Christine. The spelling sounds like loser, but I tell you, she's anything but a loser, all right? But she's a neuroscientist with the Minerva Project. And she talked about how we need to change our vision for education, and that the first step in adapting to this new age is shifting our focus from competencies, right, and the content of knowledge, if you will, to capabilities and durable skills. And then she said, so we got to shift our mindset. But more than that, she said, and this is the wicked problem of our age. We've got to give names to these new capabilities and skills, names that both inspire learning, that we can figure out how to teach, and that we can figure out how to assess. Right? So here's a list of names for abilities that I came up with. And you'll see that I've written them in the form of a students will be able to statement, because I think that's many of the learning outcomes that we see in our classes today, right? We focus on what students will be able to do. These are not production outcomes, right? Expertise, originality, taking the big picture view of a task, making choices, having stamina, right? And finally, and for me, most importantly, empathy. I'm going to go through these really quickly because I'm already over time. Apologize. Here are just some examples of how I think you might fill in the blanks, right? Expertise in inferencing. We teach inferencing. Expertise in designing communication tasks. Okay? Expertise in adaptation on the spur of the moment. Originality of appeal. We all teach appeal. How do you get somebody's attention? The truth is, the best attention getter is something that is original. And it's not necessarily original. Figuring out the subtext. We teach genres, but we teach genres so that students can be creative with the genre, not so that they can reproduce it. Tasks. We need to be able, we can set up an agentic AI, we can set up a bot, but it's a complex task that somebody has to design and think of, right? Creating a media campaign goes together. This is language, right? This is working with language, but at a higher level. Thinking about how not only do I create a poster to present my research, but then I stand beside it and present it. Making choices. AI can give us 500 versions or responses to a prompt. We can teach students how to identify the best one. Have you ever thought about the stamina that it takes to be or a user of English or a language other than the one you're most comfortable in, right? Many of our students are going to represent their companies at trade fair, which means that they're going to be standing from 8 in the morning until 10 at night on a conference floor trying to speak English. It's exhausting. It's a new ability, right? If the last one seems kind of weird to you, I remember when I studied Spanish in Madrid, we got sent to watch drama productions every week. Talk about exhausting, right? Is to watch an entire play in a language you don't understand and without a text in front of you, and then you have to write about it, okay? This requires stamina. And finally, empathy. Our students in our classes are understanding themselves. They're learning about themselves. They're learning what it means to be multilingual. And how do you communicate with other multilinguals? AI seems to assume that it's communicating with fully proficient individuals, I think. It's not as good at accommodating what students learn in all of our classes. Nor does AI begin to understand the power dynamics of language and what it means to feel marginalized or how you validate. So, the value proposition, I think there's one. I think ELT offers foundational knowledge of language and communication. Right? It gives the ability, right, to understand what we need by language and communication so that we can begin to critique. Our classrooms, our programs create an understanding of structure, right? What's the difference between level 1, level 2, and level 3? The difference is sophistication of language, and it is materialized through our curriculum. Our classrooms offer something which is authentic. Our classrooms offer something where the unexpected can happen, and students have to adapt on the fly. We also offer a place where students can actively discuss what does it mean to ethically use AI. Right? AI is not going to teach them that. So, I'll stop there. I think this is our goal, and I hope to challenge you. The program is full of so many wonderful people offering ideas here for how to use, how to challenge our students, how to get them thinking beyond this just utilitarian level of, oh, I need a paper, I need a summary, I need something. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dudley and Oakham, for these short, insightful sessions. You're more than welcome to stay in this room. We have the round table starting in about 5-10 minutes here. You can just find your way to the library where we have 75 more sessions happening. Just walk through this door, follow the signs, and hope you learn in this conference. Thank you, everyone.
أنا إبراهيم بالعربي بس Where do you come from?